Hey there, my friend. I can't wait to share with you these three different Christmas bows. Be sure to hang out with me to the end because I'm going to show you something really fun and exciting with this first bow. So I'm using this easy bow maker. I have an entire tutorial that's a lot slower so that you can see the exact process, and I will put that video here and link it in the description. But I'm just taking this velvet ribbon that I got on sale, and it's actually wired, and I am making 4 loops. I'm putting each loop in between the 2 posts on the Easy Bow Maker. I love how this keeps all of my bows and loops in place as I create. And then I'm going to take a second design in a ribbon. This one is from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to put it right on top of that red bow. And I'm making the hoops just a little bit shorter than those first bigger hoops. So again, you make the bow whatever size you want for what your project is. This one's going to go on a Grinch tree, so it is going to be a really cute Grinch theme. This is a wired polka dot ribbon that also came from Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love it. I recommend starting with your basic color on the bottom, like your solid colors, and then be going back in with your multicolors and patterns. For the top bow layer, I went with the Grinch green, and I did 2 hoops instead of 4. And then I'm just kind of laying over the tails so that they look and lay nicely. Now that I'm going to secure all with the zip tie, of course, zip tying all of the layers together and then lifting it carefully off of the Easy Bow Maker, putting that aside, flipping it over and tightening the zip tie. I love this method. You're going to start fluffing and, of course, adding those dovetails or mermaid tails, as I like to call them. And I appreciate you. If you are liking videos like this, if you'll hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and the notification bell, that will really, really help my channel. All right, so once you have it all fluffed how you want, I added this really cute red Grinch heart button. I thought it was the perfect centerpiece for this bow. What do you think? You could use this on obviously a gift, or you could even make a small version for a little girl's hair bow. I'm going to use this on, like I said, my Grinch tree that is going out front. So for bow number 2, this is my signature bow. It's called a messy bow. These are the funnest, most, is that a word, funnest? The most fun and easiest bows you could ever make. If you feel like you're not a very good, talented bow maker, trust me, you can make this bow. So I'm just taking scrap fabrics, including this little trio from the Dollar Tree, and it already had strips made, which is perfect. I absolutely love that. And then I'm cutting it down and giving each of the sections 1-inch notches. So those are the notches. I'm going to repeat this for all of the pieces of scrap. And now I will also link my slow down video on this so that you can see the whole tutorial. But these are the 1-inch notches at the top of all of the fabric pieces. And then we're just going to start ripping them. So I know you're going to ask me what size were those scraps. They're literally scraps. It does not make a difference. You can do 8 inches, 12 inches, however big you want your bow to turn out. Um, but I am just going to repeat this process with each of the scraps of fabric. And again, I'm kind of sticking to this Grinchy, whimsical color scheme, and I think it's going to work. Now, once you have all of your scraps together in a pile, it looks like a mess, but we're going to assemble this. So you're just gonna go haphazardly. It does not have to be in a perfect pattern, but I am just adding all of my strips diagonal, back and forth, all in a circular pattern. It's almost like you're making like a little pom-pom, but I use it as a bow. Now, once you have all of your strips here, you're going to use the zip tie to secure it all from the back. It's kind of a little messy bundle. And then once you have it zip tied, you're going to fluff it, mess with it, um, cup it up in your hands like a bouquet again, and trim the top. This is where it's going to take shape. You're going to trim it down to the size that you want, shake it off, and get all of the little extra strands off. Um, and then clip that zip tie. Turn all your ribbons the direction you want it. I'm adding another one of these little red heart buttons. They came in a 2-pack from Hobby Lobby. I love them. Look at how cute this messy bow is. It is perfectly ready for a package, or again, a hair bow, or on a wreath. I think that it is a great versatile bow. A lot of people use them on signs and for crafts Absolutely love it. So the last bow that we're going to make is a mesh bow. I love making these mesh bows. They're so forgiving and so easy. You're going to grab your mesh. As you can see here, I am just kind of eyeballing what size of a hoop that I want for my bow. Ultimately, I ended up going with like a 20-inch strip of deco mesh. But again, depending on the size of the bow that you want is how long you want the strips of mesh. Now you're going to want something heavy to add to lay it down with. And so I just used that clear glass cup from the Dollar Tree. You're going to repeat this pattern for as many loops as you want for the size of the bow. Now I did 6 ultimately. I meant to do 5. I like to keep it in patterns of odd numbers, um, but it doesn't matter. So you can see I made a little hoop at the bottom and then I pinched it about halfway up. And I am adding these together in my one hand while I create them in the other hand. And I'm just repeating this for all 6 of my loops. And then I'm going to take a rubber band, this is where the magic happens, and use it to secure at the stem of the bouquet. Now, bonus points if you use a rubber band that matches. I didn't have one on hand, so I just used a blue one. It's not going to be seen with my bow, so it doesn't matter. But just wrap it around as many times as it takes to secure it at the bottom. And then you're going to start separating those little pieces at the bottom and flattening them out. Kind of see how I'm spreading them out here with my hands. Again, this bow is so easy. You cannot mess it up. It's super forgiving. It's not going to mess up the top no matter how much you spread out the bottom. And so I'm just making sure that the bottom gets really nice and flat. And that is what I want for this. Now, this mesh bow can be used on packages the way that it is, or I love to use these on a wreath. And you can also use them, and I'll show you at the very end, as a second option. So look at this. I'm trimming it up just a little bit. This is how the mesh bow turned out. It is super easy. It's really cute for a package. You can add some faux holly or jingle bells to the center. You can do any color you want. Or my idea is to put that zip tie of your original bow that we did in the first part of the video and add it and make this mesh bow a bow backer. That's what I'm calling it, a bow backer. My friend, this makes the prettiest, fluffiest bow ever. What do you think? Definitely leave me a comment below. Let me know which bow is your favorite, which one you're going to try for this year. And I hope you love this. I will actually add some more bow videos here for you, and I will see you also on the next video.